In the last few days, you've probably seen the same headline everywhere. Sanremo did a crazy number of hours watched. Sanremo broke the internet. Sanremo dominated Italy. And then, because Yaman was part of the opening night, people instantly turned that into hype about his impact, Sandokan momentum, and proof of everything. So in this video, we're doing it the clean way. No drama. No overreach. Just the real numbers and what those numbers actually mean. Here's the hook. When people say hours watched, they often mix up three completely different worlds of measurement. TV audience, streaming devices, social video views. All three are real, but they are not the same metric. And if you blend them together, you can make anything sound historic. If you want more clean updates on Yaman and the projects around him, without rumor inflation, subscribe now because this channel is all about signal over noise. Alright, let's start with the most important reset. What does Sanremo viewership even mean in 2026? Italy reports Sanremo with something called total audience. That matters because it's not just old-school TV. It's a combined measurement that includes traditional broadcast plus digital viewing where applicable. And within that total audience reporting, you'll usually see two key numbers: viewers and share. Viewers is the average number of people watching. Share is the percentage of everyone watching TV at that moment who chose Sanremo. And share is the secret weapon. 'Cause share tells you dominance. If a program has a high share, it's not just popular. It's the center of gravity. It's the thing that pulled attention away from everything else. Now let's look at the big numbers that sparked this entire wave. Opening night, night 1, came in at about 9.6 million viewers with a 58% share. Think about what that means in human terms. More than half of the entire country's TV audience in that time slot picked the same live broadcast. That's not a successful show. That's a national event. Then the final night came in even bigger. About 11.022 million viewers and a 68.8% share. That share number is wild. Because a 68.8% share means nearly 7 out of every 10 people watching television at that moment were watching one thing. That's not just a rating. That's cultural monopoly. At least for that night. And across the full 5-night run, the average was reported around 10 million plus viewers with share around the low 60s. Again, dominance. Not just popularity. So if someone tells you Sanremo did insane hours watched, the first clean translation is this. On TV, Sanremo wasn't just watched. It owned the week. Now here's where the confusion starts. People then jump to RaiPlay and say, streaming numbers are insane too. That part can be true. But you have to understand what RaiPlay reports. RaiPlay often reports connected devices for the live stream. Not viewers. Devices. A device could mean one person on a phone. Could mean a group watching on a TV app. Could mean someone switching in and out. So when you see numbers like about 500,000 connected devices on average for the final, and a peak around 580,000 devices, that does not equal 580,000 people. It equals 580,000 devices connected at the same time. And across the week, there was a higher live peak around 700,000 devices for a specific moment. Again, device peak, not unique people. Still, what's the real signal here? The real signal is that the live stream had serious scale. Not just some online viewers. 500,000 devices connected live is a major digital layer stacked on top of broadcast dominance. But it's a different type of measurement. Doesn't replace TV audience. Adds a second lane. Now there's a third lane, and this is where people lose their minds. Social. Sanremo's official reporting on social typically includes video views across platforms and total engagements. And the numbers are massive. Over 5 days, you're looking at something like 1.2 billion video views and around 152 million interactions. And on the final night alone, over 100 million video views. That is huge. But here's the clean truth. Social video views are not the same as TV viewers. A view can be a short autoplay, loop, replay, a clip watched by the same person multiple times across multiple platforms, a clip watched without sound, clip watched for 2 seconds. So if someone tries to compare 1.2B social views directly to 9.6M TV viewers, they're mixing apples and airplanes. But does social still matter? Absolutely. Because social tells you something TV doesn't. Clip culture. Social numbers tell you how fast moments are being chopped, shared, remixed, and redistributed. It's the modern version of everybody is talking about it, but quantified. So now here's the real structure. Sanremo 2026 had 3 layers of reach. Layer 1. Broadcast dominance. Massive viewers. Massive share. Layer 2. Live digital streaming on RaiPlay. Hundreds of thousands of connected devices. Layer 3. Social explosion. Billions of video views across the event. When people say hours watched, they usually mean some made-up blend of those 3 layers. And the reason that's risky is because hours watched is a specific metric in the streaming world, like Netflix hours watched, where you can compare across titles and weeks. Sanremo is not reported like Netflix. Sanremo is a live, multi-platform national event with different measurement standards. Could you estimate hours watched from TV? Technically, yes. If you multiply average viewers by the duration of the broadcast, you can create an approximation. But it's not the same standard as a streaming service report, and it's not consistently comparable year to year unless you're using the same method and the same definitions. For example, if a night averages around 10 million viewers and the show runs for roughly 4 hours, you could say that night generated roughly 40 million viewer hours on broadcast. Multiply that across 5 nights and you get a number that sounds insane. And that's exactly why people love hours watched. It's a huge number. But huge doesn't always mean meaningful. Meaningful is understanding what it signals. So what does this actually signal? First, Sanremo remains one of the last true, everyone watches together events in Europe. The share numbers prove that. It's still a weekly gravity well. Second, RaiPlay is no longer extra. It's a serious distribution lane. Hundreds of thousands of devices connected live means digital isn't just a replay platform. It's part of the live moment. Third, Sanremo has become a clip machine. The 1.2B video views signal something important. The event is engineered for viral fragments. Entrances. Banter. Surprise pairings. Con moments. 10 seconds that travel farther than the entire 4-hour broadcast. Now let's connect this to Yaman, because that's the part fans care about. John being part of the opening night plugs him directly into the strongest part of the Sanremo engine. The live national moment and the clip machine. But we have to be careful with what that does and does not prove. What it is, a mainstream positioning move. It puts him inside the most visible Italian TV week. It increases top-of-funnel awareness. It creates clips that travel outside the existing fan bubble. It gives press material that mainstream outlets can safely cover because it's tied to a national event, not gossip. What it is not. A magic button that confirms anything about Sandokan Season 2 timing, release dates, platform decisions, or future contracts. Sanremo is visibility. It's positioning. It's brand alignment. It's not a production schedule. So here's the clean way to read the John effect using real signals. Signal number 1. Official amplification. If the main broadcaster counts, major press outlets, and large entertainment pages keep pushing his segments after the event, that's stronger than any fan repost. Signal number 2, clip endurance. Not just viral for one night, but whether clips keep resurfacing days later across different pages and languages. Signal number 3, search behavior. If people who were not already fans start searching his name, his project names, and related keywords, that's a measurable awareness expansion. Signal number 4. Project cross-promotion. If Sandokan marketing messaging gets timed near that mainstream visibility window, that's a strategic link. If it doesn't, then Sanremo might have been more about personal positioning than immediate project push. And signal number 5. Tone of coverage. Sanremo coverage tends to be safer and more respectful because it's anchored to the event itself. If the tone stays clean and mainstream, that's reputational reinforcement. Now, one more thing about the hype cycle because this is where the internet gets messy. People love to take the biggest number and attach it to the simplest claim. Sanremo got 1.2 B views, so John broke the internet.
Well,
Those 1.2 B views are the entire event's social footprint across 5 days. It includes everything: performances, guest moments, comedy bits, behind the scenes, presenters, all of it. So the honest way to talk about John's presence is not, he caused 1.2 B views. The honest way is, he appeared inside an event that generated 1.2 B views, meaning the stage itself is a distribution monster, and any moment placed on that stage has higher odds of travel. That's the strategy. And that's why this matters for his career arc. Because if you zoom out, John's trajectory has been moving from romance-era fame to international event-level positioning. Action projects, global distribution moves, big mainstream touchpoints, and now a prime-time Italian cultural week. Sanremo is not just a night. It's a credibility stamp inside Italy's entertainment ecosystem. So what's the final takeaway? If someone says hours watched, don't fight them. Don't argue. Just translate. Ask, do you mean TV audience? Do you mean share? Do you mean RaiPlay devices? Do you mean social video views? Or are you just stacking all the biggest numbers into one hype sentence? Because once you separate the metrics, the truth becomes clearer, and honestly more impressive. On TV, Sanremo dominated the country. On RaiPlay, it stacked a serious live digital audience. On social, it became a clip universe with billion-level reach across the week. That's the real story. And for John Yaman specifically, the real story is not one number proves everything. The real story is, he was placed on one of the strongest distribution stages in Europe. And that's the kind of positioning that can lift visibility beyond the fanbase, if the follow-up marketing and coverage keeps the momentum alive. If you want, in the next video we can do a clean John Sanremo segment impact breakdown. What clips traveled the most, what mainstream signals showed up, and what it might mean for Sandokan visibility without turning it into fake promises. Subscribe for clean updates. No gossip, no hype inflation. Just real strategy and real signals.